Hey guys, how's it going? So, here we go. Another week, another mobile suit. We have the Hamma Hamma. And it is pretty cool, especially because it's our first native 600 support. They finally gave us one. Still no transforming flying support, but you know, I'll take a support during the event. I didn't think we were going to get one during the event. We didn't last time. We got one this time. So, I want to take a look at this thing. Got to play it too. I had enough tokens for everything, all the banners. So we got to try everything out. So I have a little bit to say about it. The main thing with this is it seems to be a beam management suit, and we'll get to see its counter that I didn't get to use once. But yeah, beam saber. That shield, by the way, that shield is not a shield. So they actually even say on the Twitter, I think they tweeted out that the shield check, that is not shield check. That does not have a shield, just saying. But anyway, it's just like the GAN. It shoots, but doesn't block anything. I'm just saying, though, how cool would it be to hold the shield out like that in front of you and block stuff while you're charging? But anyway. Then there's the counter there. Let's look at the counter again. How does it counter? Does it... Okay, well, that is very low skip time. My bad, guys. Ooh, oh, it's just... It hits it and it just... How is it hitting it? Like, literally, it's... Does it punch with the shield and then... Okay, that's kind of cool. A little crazy. I was like, what does it do? Because I saw the shield on the other side. But yeah, really cool. So yeah, what does it have? So we have in the chest, it shoots out little tiny grenades. They kind of work like the GAN, speaking of the GAN. And they kind of float, only they have 4 of them and they float and they spread out. So it's kind of like a shotgun of like little grenades that just kind of float. They're kind of cool. They're mines, sort of. They can stagger though, which is nice. So the stagger potential for that is really cool. A raid's coming at you, just bleh, vomit some things out in front of you. They can't come and just melee you. Now, the thing is, if they have any other stagger or want to wait or just go around them because they normally have a lot of thrust, there's that. So there's that warning, or that potential for danger, whatever. Again, tired, like 4 a.m. So we're trying to get through this. The shield though, it is a stagger fully charged. It can only be charged though. It requires focusing. But it does a lot of damage, and I mean it's a nice little stagger. The main weapon, you can overheat if you spam it twice really quick, so try not to do that. This suit is big on beam management. That's the big deal. Beam management is key. So you have like side arms, kind of like Saikamu things, but only they don't actually go around. They just literally stretch out from you and shoot and then come back. So they can stagger. It looks like it staggers if even one of them hit. So that's really cool. They do a decent bit of damage, so that's one way to set up a stagger. The thing is, if people are moving a lot, they kind of miss quite a bit. So it looks like you do the shield into the arms, into the main weapon is going to be your base bread and butter combo. Other than that, you could do shield to main weapon to side arms to main weapon to shield to main weapon. So there's a lot of beams you can go back and forth. But again, it's all about trying not to overheat these. So I really don't know what else I'm going to put on it. I guess once I get the expansion slot, I'll put some more health on it. We'll see. Overall, though, yeah, it's got a lot of damage potential. And by the way, guys, skills-wise, it does have Force Injector. It does have Balancer, and it has 2 melees. Now, it only is melee 1 priority. Melee priority 1, there we go. But it does have 2 melees, so we got a nice melee type support you can get in there with and do some damage. Sadly, the damage isn't that high. You're talking, I don't think either of them will break 2,000. Don't know if I hit another support though, but I'm pretty sure the games I played out of the 4 games or so, I only hit, I think, less than 2,000 for every melee. So it's not bad, but it's not great. So I mean, kind of mediocre. But at least we got some extra melee stuff. This thing is fast though. It goes really fast pretty much everywhere. It's a Scooty boy, so you can hover around. Let's see, I think that's pretty much everything. So overall, pretty good suit. I don't think it's going to dethrone the MLRS. Oh, also, one thing that's really interesting with pretty much most of these suits is their ballistic resist is pretty bleh. So, this thing's ballistic resist is low. Pretty much have ballistic level 4 on it to bring it up to par with its other resist. Again, the reason why MLRS still seems to be king. And one of my first match in it, in an ace match, the MLRS that was ace completely decimated us. We were like, it was like 27 or 28,000 to like in on our side. And yeah, it kind of was rough. If he got it on me, I was pretty much done. And sadly, there's not enough build-up potential in the main weapon. You would have to hit, I think it was 8 times to even get a stagger. So you can't rely on the main weapon for a stagger. You have to rely on the shield or the side beams. And I don't think the side beams break maneuver armor. Now, that's something I really want to try. If the side beams can, that'd be cool. The easiest way to try that is to actually shoot a MLRS in the shield, and we'll know if it can break the stagger threshold. Moving on, though. Cosmetics. They got the pink rose and the black rose, which I think the pink rose is already in. So the black rose is the new one. You got the Corsage Rose 3. Pretty cool. Mashimar, Mashimar Cello stuff. Pretty cool. Actually, I wonder what slot that takes up if it goes right there. Interesting. Then we have the Saikamu Zaku level 3, the Bishop level 3, and the Bishop level 4. Interestingly enough, the Bishop level 4 is a 1-star, but we got a 500 cost of both and a 450 cost for the Bishop. Both are really solid suits. We'll see how they hold up at those costs. I think they'll be fine. Personally, I'd have to say the Saikamu Zaku is a bit higher of a skill cap because you pretty much have to get in there and punch and get around. It is fast, so you have to really get used to that bouncing around gameplay, but the people who really are good with it really can do some work. It is one of the better raids in space, but again, you're doing the punch stuff, so it can get a little awkward, but so a lot of practice. I mean, we have, I don't know if we have space practice areas right now. I haven't actually checked if we have space free practice. But if we do, get in there, try that. That would be a good spot to practice on moving targets if you can turn the AI on. I can't actually remember if we have that or not. But yeah, if we do, cool. Bishop. The Saikamu stuff is really kind of a trap with the Bishop. It's something you do when that's the last thing you got, or if you're really poking from afar. The charge beam I also think is kind of a trap because again, it's your probably first thing, or if you're going to shoot from afar and then go into the side arm. It's about the only reason to do either of that combo. The big thing is getting in there close up and shotgunning somebody with the main beams. You can get a stagger out of somebody and then you can knock them over or melee them or whatever. It's really cool the stuff you can do with the Bishop, but it is definitely more of a in-your-face kind of support than anything else. The Bishop and the Saikamu actually kind of have similar playstyles. The difference, though, is the Bishop really just takes getting used to basics of space, whereas the Saikamu, you're definitely bouncing around like a crazy person more. So, both really good suits. If you get them, they're pretty cool. But that's my thoughts. I think they'll hold up at 500, and I think the Bishop will definitely hold up at 450. Anyway, moving on, guys. Here we go. The next banner. Actually, let's take a look at that, because this is really cool. So we got 2 new guaranteed suits. You get a bonus 11th box, which will have a cool little animation. And actually really cool. They're alternate versions of the Unit 4 and the Unit 5. They're the boosted type. Pretty sure is what I heard from chat. That's what the BST stands for. The other steps, though, personally, I literally got nothing but weapons and only 4 2-stars on this spin. So my second spin was crap. You want to see my slightly depressed face? There we go. Luckily, I got the Hamma Hamma on like a 3rd single spin. So yeah. Sadly, though, we're 281 tokens down on the Cubalay. So it's that still hurts a little bit. I'll try to get that done at some point, maybe this weekend, and get that compilation video of sad spins out of the way. We'll see. The 3 stars again. I didn't get a single 3-star on this 2 times 3-star either. So if you're doing this for the times 1.5, I think I got a few 1 stars. I 2 stars rather on the first one, but I want to say it wasn't but maybe 4 on that one as well. I don't even know if I got a 3-star. I don't think I got a 3-star in any of these. I know I didn't on the third, and I know I didn't on the second. But I don't know what my first one was. I mean, it was uneventful. I mean, that's the main thing. So if I got any repeats, then yeah. Actually, is the Gian EOS a 3-star? I can't remember, but that would be it. The main things here, though, the takeaways, is the Unit 4 and the Unit 5. So, here's what they look like. They don't have a shield, is the big thing. And they have some alternate upgrades to their play styles, which, for me, the Unit 5 is more of a range suit, because I love the Gatling. Always be Gatling, guys. The ABGs of GBO2. And with the Unit 5, we have a more melee-focused version with the BST. A little weird. So you have no shield, so the Gatling crouch thing doesn't really work. The Gatling is kind of a bonus thing you do. Again, these are definitely space specialization suits, so you know that definitely could come into play in space a bit more, where you're Gatling like that. So I feel the Gatling will work in space, but the main thing, so ground results may vary, I think. I mean, pretty much if nobody's looking at you, Gatling, have fun. But here's the deal. It's got 2 beam sabers. You can't see it there in the picture, but it gets the double beam sabers. I don't know if they're the same as the Proto. I'm guessing they're a whole new set of beam sabers because we have to have 50 million beam sabers every time they come out with a new suit. So there's always a million weapons in the game. But anyway, the beam sabers, pretty cool. You can deal stupid amounts of damage with each swing. You get in there, you clap with the melee. It's got 3 melee swings, so it's pretty much like a Proto Gundam mashed together with a Unit 5. Forget what I was going to compare it to, but yeah, pretty much it. Somebody said something in chat, and I can't remember now, but it was like the Unit 5, it was the baby of something and something. But yeah, anyway, point being, though, it has the Proto, it has a dodge roll. That's what it was. It has a dodge roll. So yeah, that's the other big difference. You have a dodge roll in this suit, which is really nice. You have maneuver armor level 2, so you can definitely get in there for some more melee action, whereas the normal Unit 5 can't dodge roll, and you pretty much just want to shoot, and melee is good on it. Just getting in and doing it is a lot harder, whereas you can just shoot and probably be just as effective. But you definitely want to get in there in melee on the normal Unit 5, especially when the Gatling's down, and it does a lot of damage. So don't count the melee out if you're trying to play the normal Unit 5. But anyway, this thing is all about the melee. Even the Gatling gun does less damage by 25 at that cost. Also, what's weird is your ballistic and beam resist is higher, and your melee is lower on this suit. Thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, Unit 5, get in there and clap with that melee. Pretty strong. It does crazy damage. So again, prototype damage here is what we're talking. So yeah, pretty clap awesomeness with its 2 double beam sabers. The Unit 4 though, the main thing here is it has a different primary weapon. It has the G3 double hyper bazookas. Personally, I don't like those weapons at all. It takes way too long to ready back up at 7.4 seconds. With the beam rifle, you have the same amount of damage because it's 900 times 2 with the hyper bazookas, but you have 1800 in the beam rifle. Its ready up time after you shoot once is only 2 seconds, and you can charge it in, I think, 4 or 5. So you can get a charge stun ready. I think it's 4, but you get a charge stun ready to go. Boom, or is it 3.5? Something like that. Anyway, point being, it doesn't take that long. You can just do it, and then you stagger and then melee if you're going to do that. Whereas the hyper bazookas, you need to be closer, you stagger, and then you have to melee. Where this thing kind of wants to play farther, you have 50 more range with the beam rifle, and you have higher damage output. So I just play poke style, and also when you charge, you get even more damage. So 7.4 seconds, or you can pretty much charge it twice and get the same results. Anyway, what's the difference? Okay, no shield, check. But the big deal is its hyper mega launcher. Mega beam launcher, whatever it is, the beam rifle, the giant beam cannon of death. They've changed it. It's no longer just an instant boom hit for like 8K or whatever. It is now a Zoc head laser, essentially. You charge it up, 5 seconds to charge, and then you just have them staggered there with this long beam. Yes, you can move it even. It's very, very slow, but you can move it. You're not going to move it much, but you're going to move it a little bit. So you might as well just zoom in and hit whatever you can, because even zoomed out, the movement is very, very slow. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's slower than the Zoc. If I'm wrong, then let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's a whole lot slower than the Zoc. I think I tested it outside of scope. Maybe I did, but if I didn't, then I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure it is. Even it is pretty much didn't feel any difference. If there was, that's why I'm questioning if I had it scoped both times or if I had one in and one out. But then I played a match though. I played an ace match. It was the last game of the stream. If you want to go check that out, it was pretty solid. I mean, I was under cost too. It was a 550 game. I'm in a 500 suit. The main thing here, and the reason why I love the beam and I think it's good, is it's got a 33-second cooldown with the, I think, level 3 and level 2 cooldown on the beam. If not, it's still a 40-second cooldown. The normal Mega Beam Launcher is a 90-second cooldown, and even with parts, you're only talking 75 with the same parts. So overall, pretty cool. You can fire it twice as fast as the normal beam launcher, and it doesn't do half the damage. It actually does a decent bit of damage. I would say you actually have more damage output with this suit. So again, whatever they're focusing on, which is weird to say that the Unit 5 was focusing on melee, but they're definitely focused to their different types, melee and ranged, and they definitely pull that out with their damage numbers given their weapons of that choice. So actually, let's read here. With the skills of high adaptability, enhanced parts, higher mobility, firepower, equipped with two-handed beams. Okay, improves melee combat power. Equipped with mega beam launcher for high precision and output firepower. I'd be curious to see how this thing damages bases, because those straight beams seem to not damage bases too well, whereas the normal one actually chunks a base pretty hard. Anyway, that's the two suits. That's the bulk of it. Let's go ahead and go through the last bit, and we'll wrap this one up. GM Sniper 2, White Dingo. Pretty good. It's in the ticket shop now. Pretty solid suit. They just buffed its beam rifles, so hopefully you can get that at some point. But definitely a good suit. Really solid. You can definitely play up close with it as well. It's a general. So it's a general sniper, and they up the damage to kind of make it comparable. Level 2, I think, might be 500. I still think it's. I mean, you're competing with the Mark II if that's the case. If it's 450, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong on the cost, I can't remember that one for the White Dingo. Actually, you know what? I've got the menu up. I can just look. Let's see. I believe, oh, it is 450. Okay, so at 450, definitely could recommend this thing. So it's pretty good if you like it. I know a friend of mine swears by both the level 1 and the level 2. Now the level 3 though, I think falls off a little bit at that point. So maybe not that one. And so yeah, if you want it and you really like sniper play as a support, definitely a good suit if you wanted a blue version of that playstyle. Now again, try to get up close. It definitely has good up close potential, and I think its shield counts as one of the spike shields that ram. Another one that has a spike shield that rams is the Slave Wraith. And sadly, the Slave Wraith kind of sucks. It's pretty much just a really crappy version of the ground Gundam, and it just has that gimmick of the false flag thing. It needs a second melee, and its damage potential is pretty meh with its weapon choices. Overall, not a fan of the Slave Wraith personally. I really think it needs a buff. I mean, it's really bad. Like back in when they did the first rank that I played in, it was 350. with the level 1 going against that, I would walk around the corner and I have like 1,000 health as a support, and it just had no kill potential on me. And I would either kill it or get it down to almost like 1 hit before it could even do anything. And I don't know, I feel like that's a little much. Yes, I've got type advantage and all that, but it was, and it's not just like, oh man, that guy might have sucked. It was literally every slave wraith I run across, it's just a bad time for them. And yes, most of the time I am a support, but even when I'm not, if I'm a general, if I'm like playing the like ground Gundam and run into one, I'm like, I'm just a better you, get wrecked. And then, yeah. So, just saying, they really need to buff the slave wraith. So I can't really recommend this one in the ticket shop. But if you like the false flag thing, sure, have fun. And again, whatever your suit is your suit. I mean, if people say the Dom Barrage sucks, and that is my pretty much best suit at 400. Pretty much to, if I had the 500 one, it would be 500. Okay, here we go. In the DP store, Assault Guntank, it's about time. That means the Hildoffer is coming soon. Can highly recommend this suit. Go get it now if you're a support player. Have fun doing the Deja Vu. Get some Eurobeat going and wreck everybody. Enough said. I mean, there's so many different combos with this suit. It would take a whole video to do that. Yeah. Gyogug Marines, sadly, level 1 is okay. Level 2, not so much. There's a reason why the level 4 is a 1-star, and it's sadly a 2-star, and it's really not that great. But I like Gyogug. Gyogug Marine's one of my favorite Gyogug types. So yeah, I mean, it's the DP store. Probably not that expensive either, since it's a 2-star. So go pick it up. It's a lot of fun. Again, definitely go pick up the Assault Guntank right now. If you're a support player, you need that suit. It is 10 out of 10. And, you know, you got a lot of skill cap to learn with it, though. You got to learn its butt bombs. Main thing, biggest tip I could give you, learn how to use the butt bombs. They hard stagger people. So even if you have to pull forward and back up into people and, you know, figure out how to use the butt bombs, and you've got that thing, and figure out how to bump into people. So you cannon, then you bump, you go past, butt bomb, turn around, then shoot your side cannon that has 4 shots, and then you can go into the machine gun. Actually, before you go into the machine gun, you might can go back to the cannon, and then you go to machine gun. Something like that. It's been a little while, but that's a rough combo there. Anyway, here we go for that, the weekend stuff. And let's go and look at the clan match. So the next one is the 15th, this Saturday, 5 a.m. Pacific. Good luck out there with the 600 cost 6v6. I'm going to be doing the MLRS as much as, which I only got the 650 Hamma Hamma. But if I end up with the 600, probably going to be doing the MLRS for this. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Pretty long video here, but we had a lot to actually cover. Pretty much we got 3 new suits in one patch, which is pretty awesome. Also, if I didn't say it, these are guaranteed 11th item. So, yeah, pretty cool. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think of what I talked about and what you think of the new suits. If you got it, let me know. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Usual links in the comments down, or yep, there we go. There's the 4 a.m. There's the 4 a.m. creeping in. Actually, it's a quarter till 5 a.m. But anyway, Twitch, Discord, Twitter, that stuff in the description. Anyway, that'll be it for this one, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace.